Hello, good morning.
Hello and good morning. All good? Do you hear me fine, Ben, or not?
Good morning, Henrik.
Do you hear me? No, I can't. Doesn't seem like my mic is working.
I see that you're talking, but I cannot hear you. Okay.
You hear me now or not? Doesn't seem like my computer is doing. Jeez. Do you hear me now? No. I hear you fine. Jesus, why is this? No sound at all. You hear me now? No. Fuck is that? And you can't hear me now either. Do you hear me now? No. Let's see if this works. Okej, så ni hör mig alltså?
So everybody can hear Henrik? Can everybody hear me?
You don't hear me either now?
Perfect. And you guys also can hear Henrik?
Yeah?
Because I can't hear him, so.
Okay, everyone else. William, kan du si at alle andre hører meg, eller? Det som Anders Molin ser meg også. Rolin. Jækla konstigt det her, altså.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Henrik, I cannot hear you, but I think I'll start anyway, if that's okay for you. Yeah. Okay. So I guess if there are any questions, we will use the chat function of Teams. Yeah. So welcome to the presentation. Glad that yeah, a couple of people joined. What I want to show you today is actually our SN2 system, the new one, the new rail-based system for flat roofs, which we have released and developed in February this year. So it's still pretty new. But since February, we already had some developments on the product, and I want to show you and give you an update on this product range this morning. And then I also want to show you our newest product. It's called XMF. XMF is our new pitch roof system, which brings a couple of advantages for the installers actually, in terms of time saving and also product saving. So I will do these two products today. Unfortunately, I cannot show you too much in Aerotool today because we have maintenance issues with our provider of Aerotool. And this will take another couple of days, but we will have another meeting or a webinar about Aerotool as soon as it's ready and good to go. All right. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I will provide you with the information of not the Aerotool, I'm sorry, about the SN2. So you should be able to see the SN2. Yes, perfect. So you may know or may not know our old system. It was called the SN10 system. So it is a rail-based system for flat roofs. And the thing is, over the last couple of years, the modules got bigger, the snow loads got bigger, the wind loads got bigger. So basically everything got bigger and bigger. And the old system we used was simply not capable enough to hold the bigger snow loads, the bigger wind loads, the bigger modules. So we thought it is a good point of time to develop this old system and make it stronger, make it more flexible, make it more user-friendly for the installers, to give them some advantages about in terms of assembly and installment. So we then released, to be honest, it took us 1.5 years to develop and to test it and to get statics and get certificates for it. But it was worth the wait, to be honest, because now we have a really, really good solution for flat roof system in terms of rail-based systems. So it's called the SN2. It was released this February. It was a cold start, I would say. A cold start because we really didn't know how the market would react. But what we were sure about, that it is a perfect solution for the Scandinavian market, for the Northern European market, where we do face bigger snow loads, where we modules. So we are pretty sure that especially for Sweden, this product is or will be a very, very good seller. So what are the advantages of our new rail-based system? The advantages are simple. As I mentioned, the module sizes can be up to 2.384 by 1,303 millimeters. So this is tested. This is also in the wind tunnel tests. Has been approved by authorities that this module size is suitable. We can even try bigger modules if you have some. We can try that, but we do need to have calculations for it. So if you have a bigger module than with this size, you always need to let us know, because Aerotool is not supporting any module bigger than that. So our inside sales team would need to check that per hand, so to say. Then it's also possible, we do have 20 different variants of how to assemble the SN2 system, over 20 different. So we can definitely say that we can guarantee the end user, the customer, so the end customer, we can guarantee to fulfill his demands. We can do short side clamping, we can do long side clamping, we can do short rails, we can do middle long rails, we can do long rails. Also, always in combination with short side clamping, long side clamping. Just really focusing on the end customer demands. So if there are big snow loads, if there are big modules, then it's always, it will be always good for us to have the long rails with the long side clamping, of course. So as I mentioned, it's suitable for high snow and wind loads. When I mentioned snow loads, it can go up to 5.4 kilonewton, which is, as far as I know, I mean, you may correct me here, but as far as I know, it's the biggest snow load you can have at the moment on the market in regards to racking systems. As I mentioned, it's a flexible system with new components. 20 different, over 20 different variants of assembling the system. And the really good thing, which is an absolute time saver for the installers on the roof, is the pre-assembled components. So you can really just move the parts on the roof and just simply plug and play. That means you can really pre-assemble everything on the ground, then move it up to the roof and have a very short or a very I would say a very short roof time, so to say, in terms of assembly. Sorry, that was a bit fast. So, yeah. Okay. So as I mentioned, why did we even implement the SN2 system? It is simply because of the bigger modules. And a trend over the last years that the modules got bigger. So we are sure that this will not be just for short term, this will be permanent. So the modules probably will keep getting bigger. And with the flexible SN2, we do have the possibility to just adjust the system or even the module sizes very quickly. Okay. So how is it? I mean, I told you already that it's easy to assemble. I'm not a technician, but I saw our guys, our installers on the roofs. I saw them, and I even tried the system. And even for me, not as a technician, it's very easy to install it. So as you can see here, these are basically all the parts you need for the SN2 system. So I will guide you through. It's in this case, it's a short rail. So the base rail, you do need that. Then you have the front bracket, which is pre-assembled. Don't worry about that, it's pre-assembled. You have the end bracket, which is also pre-assembled. Then you have the ballast trays over here, which is in principle it's pretty flexible as well, because you can really adjust or you can screw the ballast tray on the rail where you do need it. So it's also very flexible in terms of where to mount it. Then you have the wind deflector. Of course, you then need the clamps. They are not shown here, but you need the clamps to fix the module then on the system. And basically, this is the ground. That's everything you need to install the system. Of course, you can have the anchoring. If you do not want to use ballast, you can have the roof anchors. They are also available by now, so you can order them as well. You do have cable management. I will come to that a little bit later. But these are basically all the parts you need. And the good thing is KP Energy started to stock these products by, I think, April. We started in April. So everything you see here is basically available through KP, which is great for us as well to have our products in the market, to have it available for the customer. So you can get everything from KP directly, which is absolutely perfect, and that was our goal in the first place. Basically, mentioning the ballast trays you see here, basically it's just these cross struts, which you see here. So you can really adjust it also to the stone sizes, because we figured out or got some criticism that we are always calculating and working with the standard stones with 8 kilos stones. From country to country, there are different stones available. So this means some countries are using bigger stones. With this SN2 system, you can adjust it. So if you have not the 300 by 200 millimeters stones, you can adjust it to, I don't know, 500 by 500 or whatever you want to use. You can adjust it simply by screwing the cross strut a bit further, and then you can easily adjust also the ballasting. So this is another point that makes it very flexible for not only installers, but also for the end users. Okay, I told you there are many options how to assemble and how to plan the SN2 system. Basically, it really depends on the customer, the end customer needs. If there is, like I mentioned, if there is a high snow load, if there are bigger modules, then it's definitely necessary to have a long rail structure and long side clamping. You can see here. I will send you, by the way, I will send you the leaflets afterwards, or I will send it. I guess I'll send it to Henrik, and he will, yeah, just sort it out. All right. So there are three possibilities actually with the rail structures. You can see here the short rails, the short rail structure. Of course, this is the cheapest solution if it's possible, of course, for the end customer. It's the cheapest solution because you have less material, short rails, short side clamping. That's it. It's easy to ship and no caterpillar effect. So this is the most easygoing system with rails we can offer. Then we have the connected rails. That means we have, of course, as I mentioned, different rail length. And with the connected rails, you can really have high load capacity. You can pre-assemble without the modules, so you can pre-assemble everything on the ground. Just put it up on the roof and have everything ready. And then we have the long rail structure. Of course, long rails, they are almost 6 meters long. This is the fastest assembly because you don't need to connect anything. You don't need to take measures or something with the short rails. You just put the long rails on the roof, and everything is done. Of course, you have the high loads with it, as I mentioned, and it's also easy to pre-assemble because you can do everything on the ground. Put it up on the roof, and yeah, basically it's done. So there are three different ways. I cannot tell you which is the best way or the most common way, because it's really up to the demands from the end customer. And you can always see that, or you can always check that in Aerotool. How much snow load, how much wind load the region of your end customer has. And then you can decide which system actually does fit for the user. If you're not sure, you can always ask us. Definitely, we will assist. We can yeah, or we do have some further data in regards to the regions where you want to mount it. And then we can give you some advice which system would be the best for you. What's also interesting, because the pictures you have seen by now is just a south-faced system, so only the south-faced. I want to tell you that it's also possible to have the east-west facing systems with SN2. So it's not only south-faced, it's also east-west faced possible. In the beginning, when we released it, it was only south-faced and only with 10 degrees. by now we have south-faced 5, 10, and 15 degrees, and also the SN2 Plus, which is the east-west system. So this is yeah, developing. It's an ongoing system. It's not finished, definitely not. So if there are any special demands from the market, we can certainly put it in our development department and just develop from what we have at the moment to what is really needed. So this is a, I'm sorry, why is it jumping that fast? Yeah. At the Intersolar exhibition in June in Munich, we also introduced our newest development to the SN2. It's a, as we call it, intelligent cable management system, where it's possible just with these tiny clips over here to click these clips inside of the rail, and then you can easily put the cables through this clip. That's of course a very easy, very cheap way to fix your cable. We also do have some connection plates for cable trays, as you see here. We do not offer the cable trays over here. We do offer the rails for it. We do offer the plates, the connecting plates, but we do not offer the trays itself. So this is not in our portfolio at the moment, but there is possibility, or there is a possibility to actually screw everything with our screws on or through the trays which are on the market at the moment, and fix it to the base rails. We also offer the cable rails, I'm sorry. Yeah, so you can also put it through there. We also do offer the flexi rails there. You can adjust it very easy with these cable clips. It's also clickable on the rail. So there are plenty of ways how to get rid of this cable problem on the roofs. And we do offer a couple of possibilities. Of course, the cheapest one would be the clip. It's just a very tiny plastic clip. But now I'm pretty sure you will have the question: how long is the lifetime of such a plastic clip? Will it break after some times? To be honest, we have tested it. We had stress tests on it. We also had tests with rain, snow, and UV and sunlight on this clip. The tests were great. The tests were perfect. But of course, in real nature, it's always a different thing, to be honest. So we cannot guarantee you or give you any bigger guarantee on the plastic clip. Of course, it's a part of the system. Of course, it's part of our warranty. But if this breaks or gets, I don't know, damaged by snow or by rain or by wind, I don't know, everything can happen. Then of course we will not get into big discussions because of such a small part. We will then easily just change it. Okay, so just to come to an end of the SN2 presentation, you will have on the last page, you will have every technical aspect I already told you. I think that the most important ones is the snow load with 5.4 kilonewton and also the wind load with 2.4 kilonewton. I can only give you that advice if you're not sure what is the best solution in terms of the rail length actually for your customer. Give us a call, give us an email. We do offer checklists on our webpage where you can put all the project details in, and we will then do the calculations for you. Of course, it's very, very important to have all the information if you need our help. That's why we always need the checklists. They can be found in the download section on our homepage, and I will show you that by the end of the presentation. So all in all, this is the SN2. Are there any questions to the SN2 so far? Okay. All right. Then I will go on. I will go on with the next product. It is actually our newest product. And it's called XMF. XMF, we introduced it to the world actually just in June of this year at the Intersolar in Munich. So it is for us also a pretty new system. What was the challenge, or what was our purpose to do it? Actually, we often got complaints from installers or from our technicians that it's always time consuming and always a big problem to cut the tiles, because if you have a roof hook, of course, the tiles are not meant to face solar racking solutions on it. So you always had to cut little parts of the tiles. Depending on the tiles, you always had to put some extra effort in it just to mount the roof hook. So we thought about what could we offer to make that the life of the installers easier, and of course for the end customer it's a cost saving purpose, because the shorter the installers are working, actually the cheaper it gets or the less expensive it gets for the end customer. So we figured out, what if we do not need to cut the tiles anymore? Do we even need to cut it, or is there a different solution we could offer? So we found out we do need a very strong system, a very tough system in terms of snow loads, in terms of wind loads, of course. Also for the bigger modules, we do need that. That's a must. But what could we do just to make, or just to prevent water damages if we take out a tile and do not replace it actually? So I will get into details. So as I told you, our purpose was to develop a cost-effective system, and we also want to have a cost-effective system with the less needed products. So we really want to have a very flexible solution again for the end customer. Everything is pre-assembled, so nothing needs to be assembled on the roof. Just the end installation needs to be done. It's very important that the assembly always takes place on rafters, and that's also the thing why we can offer the higher snow loads and higher wind loads. So this is a very important point, always to have it assembled on the rafters. And then, of course, from country to country in Europe, we figured out the roof tiles are different. In Sweden, we have different roof tiles than in the UK, for example, or in Spain, or in France, or wherever. So we really wanted to have a flexible system which fits every roof tile, or the shape of the roof tile in Europe. And of course, in application, it's also very flexible. sorry. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so basically, what are the parts of this XMF? Because in reality, you will only see the rail, of course, and the little hook on top. But what's happening under the tile, so to say? So basically, it's pretty easy. You remove the tile where you want to place the roof hook. You take it out, and it will stay out, but I will come to that in a minute. So you take out one tile, then you see the ground plate. The ground plate is this little part over here. The ground plate gets fixed just to get it in position with one screw, with this one where the marker is at the moment. It gets screwed down to the rafter. Then you have a sled. We have 3 different possibilities to place it, depending on the height of the wooden structure on the roof construction. So you can decide which height do I need? Do I need the lowest one, the middle one, or the highest one? This sled gets, of course, led in this ground plate, and then you have the second screw going through the sled, the ground plate, through the rafter. So basically, you just need 2 screws to fix that. It's a shorter one and it's a longer one. Then you will have put on top the support plate if you need it. It's not mandatory, but it's an option to have it. But basically you don't need the support plate, but it's just to have everything more tough, more stiff, because of course you will need some, or you can need, depending on the roof type, you can need some tougher support. And then we come to the newest part of the development, and it's called the reptile. It's simply a flexible, bendable metal roof tile. The thing is, you may ask the question, why is it bendable? Because every roof tile type shape is different. So you can have the round tiles, you can have I don't know, different shape types actually, and you can really bend it onto the function of your roof. So you put the metal roof tile on top, bend it. It has a glue on the bottom side. It's a seal glue, so you will not get any water from down to here because it gets glued. This is also pre-assembled, so you don't need to have a glue or something on the roof. You just need to rip off the strip of this metal roof tile, and then it's done. So you put it on top. Then through this, as I told you, it's a bendable metal sheet, so to say. You can feel where you need to place the hook on top. Because you see here, these 2 parts, this is where the roof hook on top gets screwed in. But through this metal roof, you can feel it actually with your fingers where you need to place the screws. So this is the cool part. You don't need to cut or drill anything. You just need to feel it with your fingers. And then you place the roof hook actually where you need it. And then you screw it down with 2 screws. So basically, the system just needs 4 screws in total. You need the roof hook, you need the metal roof tile, and you need the ground plate and the sled. So this is basically it. Of course, then you need the rail. It gets clicked in and screwed in the roof hook, and then you can already start to assemble the modules. So this is our approach to have a very flexible and very innovative system for pitch roofs. it may sound more complicated now than it is in reality, and I will provide KP Energy with samples of this new system, so you can actually see and feel it then in nature, because it's very easy. It's pitch roofs with the hooks and with the different hook sizes and with the different rails was always a tricky part of the solar racking, in my opinion. But with this system, it's very easy and very understandable for everybody. But you will see when you have the samples in hand. So I want to show you just quickly. Yeah, my God. Yeah, the different versions. So you may ask the question, we do have different roof colors. We have orange roofs, we have red roofs, we have black roofs, we have gray roofs. So basically, of course, we know that, we see that. So basically, this metal roof tile, you can see over here, comes in different colors. We do have it in orange, we do have it in red, we do have it in gray. So this is everything possible. And as you can see here, it's adjustable to every tile type or tile shape you can imagine. So it's almost suitable for every pitch roof. You see here the versions, or I would say the possibilities you have, because we do work also with different rail length over here. So you can really decide where to place the roof hooks, where to place, or do I need short rails, do I want long rails? You can play around and figure that out in Aerotool as well. The good thing, our calculations state that 40% of time saving can be reached with this new system, because it's simply that easy to assemble with just 4 screws. It's done in almost no time. So to close out with the XMF, I will give you some final data. The possibility to mount it with 1 man is absolutely there. Of course, with two men, it's easier, but it's also possible to have the 1 man assembly. Due to the small amount of products you need, it's a minimal stock keeping, so it's it doesn't take much space in the warehouse. Of course, I know the rails, they are long, they are not that easy to stock, but I'm pretty sure there are solutions. You can always have the pre-assembly on the ground, which is a great part, because it's always more difficult on the roof than on the ground. It's of course developed in Austria, which means we know a bit about snow loads and about wind loads, as we do have sometimes we do have heavy snow in the mountains. And you can see here, speaking of loads, wind load, of course, can be up to 2.4 kilonewton as usual in our systems, and the snow load can go up to 6 kilonewton on the pitch roofs. So this is, I think a pretty good number we're putting up. Of course, also speaking for the SN2 and also speaking for the XMF, we do offer 25 years of warranty. This is a must for us. We do have wind tunnel tests. We do have the certifications for it. So we have also the CE conformity declaration. So we, for a European producer or a manufacturer, for us, it's pretty important to have all these documents ready for you, also to give you and your customers a great feeling. I know a lot of Asian manufacturers don't have that or don't offer that. But if you need some certificates for authorities or for any engineers, let me know, and we can make sure that you will get it. And of course, for both product ranges, for us, it's no problem to assist if you have any questions, if you have any problems in planning it. Just give us a call or give me an email, and our inside sales team will be happy to assist. Are there any questions from your side regarding the XMF? Because I know also for KP, this was new to hear because I'm not sure if you've seen it on the Intersolar, but I'm pretty sure this is also a new system for KP. Yeah, and I'm curious if you have any questions. Let me know. There was one question. Can you disassemble all for cleaning purposes? You mean the modules or the tile? Or yeah, there is actually you mean the metal tile, right? The metal tile you put instead of the normal tile. Yeah. You cannot take it away because it's glued. But the thing is, you will not really see it because it's under the modules. So you don't really have access to these metal tiles because it's under the modules basically. So you would need to remove the tiles, and yeah, just to get there. But there is no possibility to take it away easy because it's glued with the strip. How about leaves? I don't see where it could get stuck because I'm gonna show you some pictures again. It makes it easy, I think. Yeah. You mean here the if leaves or something get stuck? The thing is, of course, this can happen, but there is a lot of space between. So if water comes rushing down, and that's why we also have this 4 stripes over here, that the water can flow with an ease down to the ground. If the if of I assume there can be leaves on the reptile as well, but then probably on the whole roof there will be leaves in my estimation. But to be honest, I'm not really sure at the moment. But I will, or I can give you some inside information then after the autumn season. Then we should see that. But for now, I can only assume that this is not a big issue, and that there won't be any big problems. Okay. Ben is typing, so let's just wait for his question. Do you think the XMF basically is a product that can be used in Sweden? Is
I don't know if you hear
just
me.
a question in the round.
Do you hear me at all now, Manuel, or no? No. Everyone else hears me.
Okay. To repaint the tiles. It's a good question. I'm not sure how frequently you need to repaint the tiles. I'm pretty sure, or I am sure, because we do have this 25 years of warranty on this metal tile, and I can only speak about the metal tile. It does not need to get repainted, but of course there can be a color difference then, I assume. Okay, any more questions? You're welcome. So I will send the leaflets I have just shown you. I will send it to Henrik, and he will then forward it. I will also put some samples within the next week to KP. As I will be in KP next Thursday, if I remember correctly, in the afternoon. So I will bring the samples personally, and I will show them, and they will instruct you then. So yeah, if you don't have any further questions, let's just wait a couple of seconds if anybody's typing. Okay. All right, guys. It was a pleasure. If you have any questions, afterwards, just give me or Henrik an email. We will be happy to assist. If there are any uncertainties about any of the two presented products, just let me know. I'm pretty sure we can explain. Okay, William. When can we expect a webinar for the Aerotool? All right. Yeah, basically it's just a provider issue we do have at the moment. They promised us to get it fixed by mid of next week. So we could do it then after my visit in Sweden, so the week after. But I will discuss, I think, about a new date with Emily, I think. Is it Emily? Yeah, or Tom? I'm not sure. But I will discuss with them, and he will get the invitation then through Emily. That's okay for you? Yeah. All right, guys. Then yeah, no problem. I hope you had a good time, and yeah, all the best. I hope you can sell our products or you can use our products pretty good. And yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.